Smoke Shack Podcast. Alright, let's get into it. As you see up on the screen, I tried filming this once before, but for some reason it seemed to have paused in the recording, so here we go again. I want to talk about the fact that the UFO phenomena, or UAP as they call it, is been confirmed at least by the Pentagon that there's stuff out there that we don't know what it is, and it defies the laws of physics as we know it. And then kind of funny that we got these new physics that are also coming out. Maybe we'll talk about that a little bit later, depends on how long we go. But yeah, so let's go through it. These guys are gonna tell us a little bit about the UFOs and the Pentagon's admitting that they don't know what's going on. So here you go.
And Richard Southern joins us now. There are plenty of interesting stories to catch up about today. Richard, we begin with one of your favorite topics, UFOs.
You're not going around the newsroom saying, Richard, he's completely lost it. He's off his rocker, are you?
No, I'm not. Not at all.
You were doing that before I started talking about UFOs all the time.
Every 640 chat, I always think maybe Richard is, I don't know what's happening today.
Something not right with that guy. No, but listen, we've talked about this a number of times over the past year, and I'm not showing videos that some guy shot in his backyard. What had happened was last year, the U.S. military said, here's video that our military, our pilots have shot of objects they can't explain that defy the laws of gravity. Well, Erica, there's another such video out that the Pentagon has confirmed that military in the state shot, and this is it. It was taken aboard a U.S. warship in July of 2019. It's a night vision shot that appears to show several unidentified triangles that are flashing in the clouds. This is off the coast of San Diego. And one of the triangles appears to join other triangles before the video abruptly ends. Again, the Pentagon has said this is a video shot by our personnel. We don't know what it is. Other pictures have leaked as well that show a spherical object entering the water without making a splash. And there's some pictures as well shot from an FA-18 pilot off the coast of Virginia. What's going to happen in the next couple of weeks? The U.S. military has said they're going to release a report on all this, detailing exactly what they know. But what do you think's going on? This is getting kind of fascinating.
I'm skeptical. You know what? The more videos I see, I guess maybe it kind of supports it. But I don't know. I'm the skeptic in this. I don't know if it's really aliens or not.
It could be another country, but that's also kind of concerning as well to the United States.
Right.
So we'll keep an eye on this one, Erica. I will. I'll keep an eye on my favorite subject.
All right. And moving along, Mick Jagger is out with a new single, and you could say he's singing the lockdown blues, Richard.
Yeah, maybe Mick Jagger's an alien because he just keeps on rocking, right? Yeah, he's got this new track out, and it's pretty neat. I wanted to play you a clip because he's singing about his time in lockdown, and it really encapsulates all the things we've been experiencing the past year. And what's it called? It's called Easy Sleazy. Here's a clip.
Alright, well that's enough of that. Let's go see what we got from...
In night vision video from a Navy destroyer, a mysterious flying triangle above the deck of the ship. The Pentagon confirming the images obtained by documentary filmmaker Jeremy Corbell were taken by Navy personnel, expected to be a part of a report on unidentified aerial phenomenon to be presented to Congress this summer. Already online, some skeptics say the images are caused by cameras trying to focus, but some of the objects go beyond just flying in the sky. One shows a spherical object dipping into the ocean, similar to an incident in Puerto Rico where an object was tracked buzzing an airport, then flying into the water, popping back out before appearing to split into two and disappearing. Over the last several weeks, some of the nation's top former intelligence officials have been raising eyebrows.
Look at that thing. It's rotating.
Former CIA Director R. James Woolsey said he knew of a case where a plane was paused in midair.
A friend of mine was able to have his aircraft stop at 40,000 feet or so and not continue operating as a normal aircraft. What was going on?
In December, ex-CIA Director John Brennan said it was arrogant to believe there are no other forms of life other than the ones on Earth. And former intelligence chief John Ratcliffe says officials have been tracking technology beyond our capabilities.
We're talking about objects picked up by satellite imagery that are difficult to explain.
Like another incident off the coast of California in 2004 when a fighter squadron encountered an object that seemed to defy gravity. What do you think it is?
I honestly don't know. I don't think that we have developed that technology. I don't think we developed it on this planet.
Video from that encounter and 2 other incidents were officially released by the Pentagon last year. Now new signs that the Pentagon could declassify more sightings of what they can't explain.
And guys, now here's the thing about those last 3 F-18 videos. I recently asked the former director of the Advanced Aerial Threat Identification Program at the Pentagon, point blank, are those the only videos that the government has? He said no, those were probably the least compelling videos. And in some videos, you see an object about 50 feet away from the cockpit. Guys.
Okay, that's crazy. You know, I don't want to say I don't believe because I don't want them to come prove me wrong.
Exactly.
So, right. I'm with you. And by the way, think about every person who thinks they've seen something up in the sky. These are just the military confirmed ones.
I don't like it. I'd like to go back just like thinking that this isn't real.
Oh, yeah. Moving on.
I'd like to be happy in my ignorance.
Bitch, you scared? Why you scared, bitch? Why you scared? Don't be scared. Those are all 11 months ago. Shit. Yeah, let me know. Like, what have you guys experienced? You ever experienced anything? You ever had any crazy UFO shit happen to you? Have you been abducted? Did they give you the 10 o'clock discussion probe? Huh? Speaking of, new series on this channel going to be coming soon. 10 o'clock discussion. Bringing it back, baby. So, if you don't know what the 10 o'clock discussion is, back in the day when I was a wee little lad, I used to have these 10 o'clock discussions when I worked at Wendy's. And, they were a thing of beauty. A thing of beauty. So, yeah, bringing that back. Just gives me good vibes, good feelings every time I think about it. Yeah. But, what do you think? Do you think it's aliens? Do you think it's another country? Let me know. Let me know. Subscribe, like, leave a comment, all of that. Let's get back into it. Let's see. What else we got here? 3 weeks ago. Oh.
We're back with Richard Southern. And Richard, there's no shortage of intriguing stories to chat about today. Let's begin with something that many Canadians are struggling to explain.
Turns out, Erica, UFO sightings are through the roof during the pandemic here in Canada. So maybe we've got more time to look up into the sky, or maybe there's actually something going on up there. New report from ufology research says sightings of unidentified flying objects across Canada, including things like levitating discs, erratic spaceships, and floating triangles, increased 46% in 2020 over 2019 levels. There were 1,243 recorded sightings last year, a record for Canada. 30% of the sightings taking place right here in Ontario. And before you go and call all these people crackpots, Erica, we've talked about the fact that the U.S. government has admitted that its military pilots have recorded, things they can't explain, craft moving, defying the laws of physics, and the Pentagon due to release a report before June 1st detailing what the U.S. government knows. So who knows, there might be something to this. You see a lot of strange things. You got to look at me every day, right, Erica?
No, not at all. But I will say for the UFO part of it, I think a small percentage are actually unexplained. The rest of them you can sort of attribute to balloons or planes or something like that.
Or too many cocktails or
maybe
something. But
that too.
There's something to it. Maybe we'll get more in this report. We'll let you know about that when we get it in from the U.S. government.
All right. And speaking of space, we could be seeing some remarkable new video from Mars over the coming month.
If you were a Martian, this would be a UFO to you. This is really cool. This is the helicopter that's attached to the new rover on Mars. The helicopter is called Ingenuity. There it is now, hanging from the belly of the new rover there, and all its legs are extended, and this is what's going to happen. This is a dramatization, right? In the coming days, they think it might be April 6th. This chopper is going to take flight, and if it works, it's going to be the first power-controlled flight on another planet. The first flight is only going to take it about 3 meters or 10 feet off the ground for maybe 30 seconds. Subsequent flights, though, it's going to go higher. It's going to have a little camera on it. Really fun fact here, there's a little piece, Erica, of the Wright brothers' first plane from 1903 attached to this little drone. So in just over 100 years, we've gone from the first flight to a flight on another planet. It's wild.
That's pretty incredible, and I think it's so cool that they can just send it instructions from Earth to know, discover things on Mars. That's pretty cool.
Awesome. That's crazy. Das be crazy, you know what I say. Oh man. Oh man. What is fucking Anderson suck dicks, dude?
The U.S. Navy has finally acknowledged that videos appearing to show UFOs flying through the air are real. They don't call them UFOs, they call them unidentified aerial phenomena. The several videos they're talking about were recorded years ago by fighter pilots. Then in 2017, they were made public by the New York Times. More now from our Randy Kay.
Randy Kay.
Look at this thing. It's rotating.
Images of that rotating thing captured by U.S. Navy aircraft, sensors locking in on the target. Commander David Fravor saw it firsthand during a training mission, describing it like a 40-foot-long tic-tac, maneuvering rapidly and changing direction.
As we both looked out the right side of our airplane, we saw a disturbance in the water and a white object, oblong, pointing north.
The object was first sighted in 2004, then similar objects again in 2015. Footage of the sightings, declassified by the military, weren't made public until December 2017 by the New York Times and a group that researches UFOs.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude.
This was extremely abrupt, like a ping pong ball bouncing off a wall. The ability to hover over the water and then start a vertical climb from basically zero up towards about 12,000 feet and then accelerate in less than 2 seconds and disappear is something I had never seen in my life.
The Navy says it still doesn't know what the objects are, and officials aren't speculating. A Navy spokesman simply confirming to CNN the objects seen in the various clips are unidentified.
Yeah, they're aliens. The aliens are here. They're coming to take you there. They don't give a shit. They'll pull you up by your underwear. It's copywritten. Don't ever try to steal my shit. Alright, but for real, that shit's crazy. I wanted to get on here and, just have a little chit-chat about that. I want to know your guys' experience, I want to know your experience. I'll tell you a little bit about my experience real quick. So, I was with my brother Billy, shout out to Smokey, and we were driving down Broadway, and I pulled the car over because I saw what looked like a giant flame floating in the sky. And I'm like, you see that shit? He's like, yeah, I see that shit. That shit is crazy. Just hovering in the sky. Crazy. Another time, I'm downtown. I'm with one of my exes, my homeboy Cody, and somebody else. I can't remember who else. But we, three of us at least, were standing out by the car. And we look up and there's like a red dot. And then that red dot breaks apart, swirls around, and then they like stretch out and zoom. They're gone. Just freaking gone. It's crazy. Craziest thing I ever seen. That's just a couple of stories. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some stuff when I was a kid. Just like floating around. You ever been abducted? I definitely have not. that I know of. But if you have, tell us your story. Hit us up. Let us hear your story. Yeah. Alright, well, this one's gonna be kind of a shorter smoke shed episode. Just a solo episode, no guests, just wanted to get on and kind of talk about that. I'm gonna probably do more of these, like shorter 10 to 15 minute little videos about stuff that we see, UFO updates, stuff like that. Yeah, just on the podcast, so we can keep giving you guys some good content. You know what I'm saying? So if you're listening on Spreaker, go check out the YouTube channel, and it makes it a little bit more enjoyable. Instead of just listening to the clips, you can watch and see what we're doing. And yeah, have a good one. Stay classy. Don't sue me.